Welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Today we become trees. No, not literal trees, but we will be exploring tree pose today. I love this posture because it does test out your balance. It strengthens your legs as well as strengthens the ligaments and the tendons within the feet. No props are required today. Just bring your beautiful selves. Alrighty, let's get moving. Okay friends, let's begin in mountain pose as this will establish a very strong foundation for our tree. Begin by placing your feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward. Loop the shoulders up and down the back body to open up the chest. Place the hands gently at your sides. Tuck in your chin slightly to lengthen through the neck. And I already noticed a tendency that I have is I like to, push that booty out a little bit. So I'm just going to encourage you to swing that pendulum forward, tuck the pelvis in slightly, okay, to lengthen through the back body. It's very interesting, I pick up on some of my habits and my patterns. And that's why I think that yoga is so great for helping me acknowledge that. And I hope that you can use that as a tool to help you acknowledge any patterns or habits that have been developed as well. All right, close your eyes. Or if you do not feel comfortable doing so, you can always just keep a soft gaze and look directly past your nose. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Another one just like that. Don't hold back. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Open your eyes if they were closed and bring your feet together. Okay. So we are going to be shifting our weight. That's what we're going to be playing around with right now. So our left leg will serve as our standing leg. Lift your right heel away from the mat, keeping the toes planted on the mat. We have a tendency to dump the weight into the standing leg or the standing hip. So I'm going to encourage you to lift up and out of that standing leg as best as possible. So that way we are keeping our left and right hip as level as we possibly can. Okay, there we are. Not so bad, right? Hey, now we are going to be playing around with balance. So if balance is not your forte or is a challenge today, feel free to find a wall and you can use that to support you through this movement. I suffered from vertigo for 7 months, so I definitely used walls or people as support. So totally get it. Do what you need to do. Okay, we are going to lift that leg, our right leg, away from the mat, keeping our knee bent. Our thigh is parallel to the sky. And then we're just going to place that leg right back down on the mat. Let's play around with this balance. Let's try it 5 times and I will count for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shake it off, as T Swift would say. And we are going to check it out on the other side. So the right leg now becomes our standing leg. So again, just be mindful that we are pressing out of the ground and we're not just dumping all of our weight into that hip. So lift the left heel away from the mat, keeping the toes planted on the mat for right now. Okay, let's lift off. Lift that leg away from the mat, again keeping a nice bend in the knee. And bring it back down to the earth. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shake it off. So now that we've played around with balance and shifting our weight, I think we're ready. I know that you know that you're ready. So we are literally growing our tree from the ground up. And I think it's also important to acknowledge that everyone's tree will look different, just like how all of our trees look different. Sorry, for those of you who don't know, I have a window right over there, so I was like looking at all the trees around me. Yeah, anyways. So our trees will look different, so therefore there will be different variations that I will offer, so that way you can choose a tree that works best for you and your body. Alrighty, we're gonna use our left foot or our left leg as our standing leg. Begin by lifting the right heel away from the mat. Lift off. Open that knee off to the side. Use your right hand and grab your ankle. Okay, again, we're just testing out balance right here. Now, bring the sole of your foot to the inner thigh. You can hang out here, or if that is a little too wobbly right now, you can always bring the sole of your foot to the calf, or literally keep your toes planted on the ground and the heel touches the ankle, the left ankle. Perfectly fine. You're still working on balance and you're still strengthening the legs. Totally cool. If you are up here though, what I encourage you to do is I encourage you to press your thigh into the sole of your foot, and the sole of the foot presses into the thigh as well, creating this oppositional force. It seems like more work is being done, but it actually creates more stability and strength. At least from my perspective, that's how I see it. So you're probably wondering, what do I do with my hands? They're kind of like just whatever right now. You can always bring them in prayer position to your heart. Okay. You can literally become a tree, lifting the hands towards the sky. Perhaps you want to challenge your balance even further by looking up. And perhaps you want to close your eyes. Whenever we enter balancing postures, it's always a good idea to keep a focal point, whether it's out in front of you or just something that can really help you stay grounded and focused. Okay, releasing that foot to the mat as gracefully as possible. Doing an awesome job. We're going to check it out on the other side. Again, take your time and choose the variation that works best for you. There's no right or wrong here, just know that, okay? And embrace where you are today. So again, right leg is our standing leg now. We do not want to dump all the weight into there because we won't be as stable. We'll be a little bit more wobbly, so stand up. I don't even know if I said this, but left heel away from the mat, toes still planted. Lift that leg away from the mat. Open the knee off to the side. Left hand grabs the ankle, and then we bring the sole of the foot, whether it's to the inner thigh, calf, or we literally keep our toes on the ground and the heel to the ankle. Choose your adventure. Choose your tree. Ooh, yeah, you see? Every single side will be different. So I find that obviously my dominant side is my right side. So I find that that side is so much easier, for me at least, and the left side is a little bit more challenging. So that's good, right? It's good to know and it's good to acknowledge that. So because I find this side a little bit more challenging, I may just decide to stay here and focus on growing this posture further. Again, think about those oppositional forces. So the sole of my foot pressing into my thigh pressing back into the sole of my foot. Again, that is helping me remain stable. So hopefully you're finding that as well. Because I'm just finding that my shoulders are kind of rounding forward, I'm just going to swim my arms back and interlace my fingers behind the back body. You may want to try that out. Actually feels quite nice. I find that my shoulders round a lot throughout my day, especially being like hunched over at a computer. Okay, you're probably like, enough is enough. Let's get out of here. Okay, so gracefully return that beautiful foot back to the mat. Loop the shoulders. Close your eyes. Let's all take a deep breath in together. And a long, happy sigh out. You did it! Good job! Well, that was tree pose. You will see tree pose every now and again in your yoga classes, as it is really dependent upon the goal of the class. For example, if the goal is balance and stability, perhaps then you will see that posture. Regardless, it has so many benefits, so it is a good posture to learn. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the Yoga with Rachel channel. It is the best way to support free yoga content for all. I always invite comments and questions, so feel free to do so. And I love to engage in dialogue with you and answer your questions, so please do that. Yeah, if you like the video, give it a like. If you think someone could benefit from this video, please share it with them. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Take good care. Bye for now.